Hello, my name is Theresa Robertson, the Caregiver CEO, and I am honored to introduce you to a few of my friends who are willing to share their care journey with you through this video montage. This is my gift to you for National Family Caregiver Month, and I hope you enjoy their stories and their insights.
Hi, one of the things that I wish people knew about caregiving, how stressful it is on the person actually doing the caregiving. They always think of the person who is ill and they don't think about the rest of the family.
Hello, my name is Misty Campbell, and what I wish more people understood about caregiving is that it takes a team. When you have a multidisciplinary team, it is so important to communicate with each other. It's important to have a team because maybe you have to talk to the doctor or the schools or other different entities. So communication and having a team is what I wish most people understood.
My biggest challenge as a caregiver is that the person that I care for doesn't take care of the things that they're supposed to, which would make them feel better. Missing doctor's appointments and not following instructions and things, and I'm sure there's something deep-rooted in there that I am not knowledge to. However, it is very frustrating and super stressful.
The best way I can describe my caregiving journey is that it made me fearless. Hence, Fearless Advocates. I wrote a book to help other caregivers become better advocates for themselves and those that they love, because the most important thing for me was to become fearless. No hose bars, no black and white, straight to the point. Fearless. No matter what room I walked into, I showed up. I knew what I needed for my son who had cerebral palsy, or even now as I caregive for my mother. Fearless is what caregiving made me. That's my word. You can also purchase my new book, Fearless Advocates. All you have to do is go to www.fearlessadvocates.com. Become fearless, stay fearless. It's Misty Campbell.
Okay, my name is Rose, and something caretaking has taught me is patience. Ooh, you have to be patient. You have patience. You have to be patient with the person that you're caring for, because they don't mean to be the way they are. They just can't. I feel their frustration. They don't want to be taken care of. They want to maintain their independence. So that's one thing I learned about caretaking is patience. And I've learned a couple other things, like how to clean certain things and change beds and stuff like that, but mainly patience. Thank you.
My caregiving superpower is communication and being fearless. Those are my two things, which is why I put them in a book. My superpower is getting people to do what I asked them the first time. I have the superpower of being persuasive, not being forceful or being aggressive, but by being assertive. So my superpower is being fearless, being assertive.
What keeps you going on the hardest days? Faith, gratitude, and community. On the hardest days, I remind myself of why I started. Love. I pause, I breathe, I whisper a prayer, and remember that caring is an act of sacred service. And I hold on to hope that every small act of care, every tear, every triumph is shaping the legacy of love that will outlive each and every one of us. So to every caregiver watching, I see you. You are not invisible. You are not alone. You are the heartbeat of your family and the unsung backbones of our community. So take a deep breath, give yourself grace, and remember, you are doing sacred work.
Greetings. My name is Anthony Lars Davis Sr. And despite my youthful appearance, on June 8th of this year, I turned 65 years of age. My wife, Lisa, and I have been married for 32 years. We've been a couple for a total of 36 years. We have 2 adult children, 5 grandchildren. In October-November timeframe of 2014, my wife became ill with something the doctor can only say was that her immune system attacked her body. This situation rendered her unable to stand or walk unassisted. All of her motor skills were severely diminished, and she ended up in the hospital and rehab for a total of 7 months. It's been a long journey. In November of 2018, she was taken to the hospital after a fall. And it was then that they officially diagnosed her with a progressive form of multiple sclerosis. I have been Lisa's caregiver now since that 2014 incident. She continues to battle, we continue to battle. It's a disease, it's a situation, it's a condition that I would not wish on anyone. But yet and still, we are still standing. In subsequent videos, you will get to meet Lisa and see what a vibrant, beautiful young lady she is. I am grateful to bring you along on this journey and look forward to seeing you along our road to recovery. This is Anthony Davis Sr. Until then, until later, peace and blessings.
Truly the angel's best. Boy, I'm so happy to have been heaven blessed. And I can't believe what God has done. Through us, He's given life to one. Isn't she lovely? Hey, from love. And isn't she lovely? Life and love are the same. Life is Aisha, the meaning of her name. Blood is good, not have been done without you. Who conceives the one? Isn't she lovely?
Before I knew I was a caregiver, life was really chaotic. Not that it was significantly different, but let me tell you what really changed for me. When I identified as a caregiver, the chaos still existed, but I knew where to go for help. That's what changed. I knew that I was a caregiver, so I knew that there were books I could read. I knew there were support groups I could attend. I knew there were resources available to me. And so I was able to reach out. Everything changed for me once I identified as a family caregiver. And so my advice to those who are just starting this journey is to find others who have already walked this path before you. They have information that they might be able to share with you. Get books on how to cope. Figure out how to manage your stress, how to manage your thought life around the situations you can't control. All those things are going to be important as you navigate this new life, this new situation you're going through. And remember that you're not just a family caregiver, you're the CEO of your loved one's care. Because it's really about mindset. It's about your perspective. If you are, as an employee, you feel sometimes powerless. You're at the will or discretion of those who are in charge. You do what you're asked to do most of the time. But if you are a CEO, you have a little bit more control about the direction of the company. You give input. You can make decisions that affect the direction of the corporation. And as a CEO of your loved one's care, I need you to see yourself in that role because so much uncertainty surrounds you as a family caregiver. It's important for you to understand that you do have some control. There are some things that you can make decisions about. There are some things you should weigh in on because it's going to affect you. And that wherever possible, you need to be steering the ship. You need to let everyone who's there know that you are part of the team. You are part of the conversation and the decisions that are being made. And as such, learn as much as you can so you can make informed decisions. But I think you get where I'm going. You are not just a family caregiver. I mean, that's hard work, but you are also the CEO of your loved one's care.
What is one thing you wish people understood about caregiving? Caregiving isn't just about managing medications or appointments. It's about managing hearts. It's holding space for someone's dignity, their memories, their fears, while trying not to lose yourself. As caregivers, you're not just a helper. We are project managers, we're advocates, we're nurses, we're counselors. And most of all, we're just simply human beings trying to love and just lead through uncertainty. What I wish people truly understood, though, is that behind every strong caregiver, there's a person who still needs rest, joy, and to be seen, not just with what they do, but for who they are each and every moment.
One of my favorite songs is titled God Is. God is the joy and the strength of my life. He moves all pain, misery, and strife. He promised to keep me, never to leave me. He's never ever come short of his word. I've got to fast and pray, stay in a narrow way. Keep my life clean every day. He promised to keep me, never to leave me. I forget the rest of the words, but it's God is. God is my all in all. I'm gonna come with him when he comes back. God is. God is. God is my all and all.
How has caregiving changed me as a person? Caregiving changed me in ways that I never expected. It taught me what true strength looks like. Not the kind that pushes through everything, but the kind that pauses, breathe, and still show up with love each and every day. It stretched my heart and my patience in more ways than I could imagine. It deepened my empathy and pushed it into actual action, but not just for my parents, but for every person walking through something unseen. Caregiving made me more grounded, more graceful, and more aware of how precious every moment really is. But most of all, it changed me on how to lead. I now understand that leadership and caregiving share the same core: compassion, courage, and connection. So yes, caregiving changed me, it refined me, and it reminded me that caring for others begins with remembering to care for myself. Because when we care with our full hearts, we don't just crumble, we grow.
When you take charge of your caregiving journey, it makes you a happier person. You're not angry and resentful all the time. When you take charge of your caregiving journey, your outlook is better on life from day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute. And you can show up as your full self, ready to go, ready to be fearless. Fearless Advocates, my new book. Go to www.fearlessadvocates.com. Yes, fearless is what you want to be.
The one thing I'd like to explain from my experience about caregiving is that it's an ongoing job, but you shouldn't take it as a job. It's a duty, and you should work as if you're working for the Lord, for your loved one, for your friends, whoever you're caregiving or giving care to. You should remember that it's a service and God will bless you. And just remember to take time to take care of yourself. That's very important. But be patient and remember, every day is not going to be the same. And the one thing that I like, there's a saying that I like, and it says, every day is a new beginning. Take a deep breath and start again. So every day is a new beginning. Take a deep breath and start again. So remember that as we journey through our caregiving.
Hi, my name is Loretta Vini. I'm a former caregiver, an inspirational speaker, and a certified Lego Serious Play facilitator. And one thing I wish people understood about caregiving is how hard it is to care for someone else. So the one thing that I want to wish all the caregivers out there on this National Family Caregivers Month is this. At the end of every day, know that you have done the best caregiving job you could do on that day. Sometimes our expectations are just way too high. Remember, there's only 24 hours in a day. And so make the most of it and just be proud of yourself at the end of every day. Like, okay, I did what I could do. And if you've ever been on my website, lorettavini.com, you may have seen that I believe my mission in this life is to help caregivers move from I give up to I got this. So enjoy National Family Caregivers Month, celebrate yourself, and know that you've got this. Take care.
What keeps you going on the hardest days? Faith, gratitude, and community. On the hardest days, I remind myself of why I started. Love. I pause, I breathe, I whisper a prayer, and remember that caring is an act of sacred service. And I hold on to hope that every small act of care, every tear, every triumph is shaping the legacy of love that will outlive each and every one of us. So to every caregiver watching, I see you. You are not invisible. You are not alone. You are the heartbeat of your family and the unsung backbones of our community. So take a deep breath, give yourself grace, and remember, you are doing sacred work.
Hi, my name is Curtis Wright. I was the caregiver for my aunt, Alice Brown. Being a caregiver was one of the most hardest things that I ever done in my life, because I didn't know exactly what I was doing at times, and sometimes I didn't know whether or not the decisions I was making was the right ones for me or the right ones for her. And so in all that chaos and difficulty, I decided to reach out to a friend of mine, Dr. Harmon, who was able to help and guide me through some of those things that I wasn't sure about, and help me out with some of those resources that I wasn't sure or didn't know how to actually go about getting for my aunt. Although being a caregiver was one of the most hardest things in my life and chapter, it was one of the most rewarding as well. Being able to be there for my aunt who had dementia, and being able to provide for her the best care that I could possibly, or anyone could possibly give her, and just to let her know that her life was valued and she was loved. Anyone that goes through this experience, just know that you're not alone, and there's people out there just like you who don't know, and it's nothing wrong with asking for advice, for asking for help.
Hi, I'm Susie Singer-Carter, and I'm a filmmaker, a caregiver, and a daughter. When I became my mom, Norma's caregiver, I thought I could figure it out. I mean, how hard can it be to make sure the person you love is safe and cared for? But what I quickly learned was that caregiving does not come with a roadmap. You are suddenly thrust into this complicated, often unkind system that feels impossible to navigate. So I found myself questioning everything, including my own sanity, because what I was witnessing in my mom's nursing home seemed so wrong, and yet so many people continued to tell me that's just how it is. There were times when I felt completely alone, like maybe I was overreacting, but I wasn't. And when I finally started talking to other caregivers, I discovered that my experience wasn't unique at all. It was heartbreakingly common. And that realization, that changed everything for me. It's really what inspired me to make my documentary, No Country for Old People. I wanted other caregivers to know that they're not imagining things and they're not failing. They're doing their best inside a system that desperately needs to be fixed. The truth is, the problem isn't with caregivers. It's with a system that undervalues both those who give care and those who receive it. So listen, if you're out there and you are exhausted, frustrated, or feeling invisible, please know this. You are not alone. What you're doing matters. Your love matters. And by sharing our stories, by raising our voices together, we can not only support each other, we can help change the system that made caregiving so hard in the first place. I'm sending you love, strength, and solidarity this National Family Caregivers Month.
Hi, my name is Lethia Owens, and I am a caregiver for my father, Gladys Lewis Jr., and this has been the most challenging 10 months of my life, actually. Just trying to care for my dad and maintain my business and keep up with all of the demands of my family. It has been grueling. And unfortunately, my dad, having lost his independence, gave me a lot of pushback, and there was just a lot of anger and frustration around just the feelings that he was having. So it's been really, really challenging. But I want to just share with you that I just had the most amazing weekend with my dad. He has finally settled into his new facility, and we had the most beautiful weekend together. And so I just want to encourage those of you who may be going through a challenging caregiving season to just continue to love, to continue to take care of yourself, and to continue to show up as best you can, because all you can do is all you can do. And I'm just living proof of the fact that it can be a rewarding process to care for someone you deeply love, but it's about also kind of riding the storm and honoring yourself and taking care of yourself in the process. I wish you the best in your endeavor.
Well, that concludes our montage video, and although National Family Caregiver Month is coming to an end, we know that caregiving continues. And so I hope that you like and share this video with as many people as possible, because caregiving doesn't just happen in November. There will be those who are caring for their loved ones in December, January, but all year long. So make sure that you leave comments below, tell your story to anyone who will listen, help us elevate care and shine a light on caregivers in your community. And until next time, thank you for watching.